We've driven the Tata Curvv EV already and it impressed us. And it's now time to drive the petrol and diesel versions of the Curvv, and this is where things get really interesting for Tata Motors mid-size coupe SUV, because the mid-size SUV segment that it sits in is where it will get pitched against at least half a dozen well-established names. So trust me when I say this, I'm as curious as you are to find out how it drives. So the Curvv EV and of course the petrol and diesel versions all sit on Tata Motors' new Atlas platform, which is a derivative of the platform that underpins the Nexon. And of course the Curvv EV and the petrol diesel versions, they look identical from most angles, but not from the front. And that's because Tata Motors has done a good job of helping you distinguish between them. So the grille here is different, the bumper here is different, but I still feel this front end looks a lot like the Nexon, and that's an SUV that sits a segment below.
The Curvv certainly looks more premium from the front though, thanks to its sequential turn indicators and welcome and goodbye animation. You also get flush door handles with a welcome light. Our test car was a bronze colored one and got bronze elements on the grille to match its shade, while the red diesel Curvv had the same elements in piano black. In fact, there's generous helpings of piano black on the exterior, including the bumpers and even the wheel cladding. From the sides, the Curvv shows off its sloping roofline while running on nice-looking 18-inch wheels on higher variants. Ground clearance is 208mm, helping the Curvv assert its SUV status, but the gap in the wheel arches takes away some of the coupe SUV charm. The rear three-quarter angle is the best to look at the Curvv thus, thanks to the sloping roofline and the beautifully designed connected tail lamps. We only drove the top of the line accomplished Plus A variant with two-tone interiors finished in black and wine red, which look very appealing. The quality of plastics and excellent fit finish levels also help the Curvv feel more premium besides the color scheme. The steering wheel is the same unit we've seen on other Tata cars with a large piano black panel in the center with an illuminated Tata logo. It feels a little too large though, and the area of controls on it also takes some getting used to. Seats are comfortable and supportive, but I am an inch under 6 feet in height, and choosing my sweet spot in the driver's seat had me sit a little too close to the roof. On the same note, despite the Curvv's 4.3 meter length, having a 6-footer sit behind me would have his knees touch my seat back, and effectively, the cabin feels slightly cramped. What's more, while better than before, the front USB ports still sit in a cavity and the wireless charging pad sitting between the front seats means there are no cup holders in the center. The rear seat is comfortable and even gets a recline function, though more legroom and knee room would have been welcome. Tata Motors has equipped the Curvv with a ton of features, so you get ambient lighting, a 6-way powered driver's seat, ventilated front seats, a panoramic sunroof with voice command, an air purifier, rain sensing wipers, automatic headlamps, an electric parking brake even in the manual version, and more. Tata Motors has also gone high on tech and equipped the Curvv with its IRA connected technology, a 12.3-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, besides voice assist for virtual assistants, an app suite for games, music and the like, and a 9-speaker JBL audio system with sound modes. This is besides the 10.25-inch instrument cluster display that can display navigation in a full screen format. On the safety front, you get a 360-degree view camera, besides 6 airbags that are standard, hill descent control, and level 2 ADAS.
The Curvv is also equipped with an electrically powered tailgate with gesture activation, so a little kick underneath is all that's needed to open or close the boot, and this is a segment first. When it comes to the petrol version, the Curvv is on offer with two engines. Now one is the 1.2-litre Revotron engine that we've seen previously, and the other is the one that I'm driving, which is an all-new 1.2-litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol unit again, and it offers 120 PS along with 225 Newton meters, and you can have it either with a 6-speed manual gearbox or a 7-speed DCA. The interesting bit here though is the fact that the ECU has been programmed to offer an additional 25 Newton meters when you go full throttle, but only in 3rd and 4th gear.
Called the Hyperion, the new petrol engine impresses with its power delivery and throttle responses thanks to its direct injection. There's a slight hint of turbo lag at low revs, but acceleration is quick. The engine also impresses with its strong mid-range punch, as once the turbocharger is spooled up, there's a strong linear thrust that continues through the rev range. So the engine continues to pull cleanly as you rev harder, and it does have a bit of the typical 3-cylinder feel when revved hard, but the Hyperion impresses overall. We drove the manual version only, and the 6-speed gearbox is good to use with its short throws, though the stick could slot better when shifting gears.
It's interesting to see Tata Motors offer a diesel engine in the Curvv as well. And the engine under the hood of this SUV is its tried and tested 1.5-litre cryojet engine that offers 115 PS and 260 Newton meters. But more importantly, besides the 6-speed manual gearbox, you can also have the Curvv diesel with an all-new 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. And this is a gearbox that really impresses.
This is the first time we are seeing a dual-clutch automatic gearbox get paired to a diesel engine in the mid-size SUV segment specifically. This goes to show Tata Motors' confidence in the continued popularity of diesel engines and also its commitment to offer a top-of-the-line transmission given the same. And given the higher torque produced here, Tata Motors has chosen to employ an all-new dual-clutch automatic gearbox. The diesel engine feels as punchy as always, offering a strong wave of torque from low revs which continues well into the mid-range. The gearbox meanwhile feels quick to swap cogs and offers a likable feel to driving the diesel version of the Curvv.
The past few years we've seen Tata Motors offer SUVs that handle well and also offer a good ride quality, and the Curvv diesel and petrol here continue that trend by offering a good balance between ride and handling both.
The suspension setup and chassis offer the confidence to enter corners enthusiastically as the Curvv holds its line well. It stays planted even when chucked hard into a corner, while the steering offers good amounts of feel and feedback, adding to driver confidence. The Curvv also lets you change lanes quickly when driving spiritedly on open roads, though admittedly, lane keep assist and lane departure warning from ADAS onboard can be a little intrusive. The Curvv also offers an impressive ride quality, soaking up bumps, undulations, potholes and more with great ease and ensuring occupants are comfortable even on broken roads. So overall, the Curvv's dynamics are in line with our expectations from Tata Motors.
So while the mid-size SUV segment is the most hotly contested segment in the country, like I mentioned, having driven the Curvv petrol and diesel, I can tell you that Tata Motors has come well prepared. And this being a coupe SUV, it certainly has an advantage as this styling is sure to appeal to a lot of buyers, especially the younger ones. And with prices starting from Rs 9.99 lakh ex-showroom for the petrol and 11.49 lakh ex-showroom for the diesel, the Curvv is certainly an interesting addition to the mid-size SUV segment.